Well, I know it says YouTube Live with Patti, and I'll go ahead and let you in on a secret. I'm not Patti. You can probably guess from the sound of my voice that I'm also kind of not Tommy today. Uh, we had our grandson with us early last week, which is usually a highlight of our life. And but one thing I've discovered since I hit my 50s, I'm not old, not as old as I look. I look like Santa Claus, but it seems like if Tomas has a little something and he passes it to Pawpaw, it turns into more than just a little something. So, as you can tell by the sound of my voice, I'm a bit under the weather. In fact, I'm running fever. I may break out in a coughing fit just any time now. And so the plan was for Patti to take over the show and handle it by herself. But and she'll be here inside shortly. Right now, she and Corey are outside fighting the clock to process a handful of chickens and at least one of our midget white turkeys. So when they get in, that's what she'll be giving you, a play-by-play of that. Her schedule got mixed up terribly bad today, waiting on somebody else, but I don't want to take that away from her to have, because I'm sure that's part of what she wants to talk about. And so I'm a placeholder until Patti and Corey make it in, until they finish up, and which hopefully it won't be too much longer now. So you've got me. I see. Looks like I've got about 22 people. Hey, Wendy from beautiful Nova Scotia. That's neat. Yeah, mother of many horses. I tell you what, I don't sound as bad as I feel. How about that? Actually, I do feel like I've made a little uptick. I actually do feel probably. I take that back. I probably don't feel quite as bad as I sound. I know I sound awful. Yankee, how are you? Bandana Grandma. Hey, Edward. No. I'm not going to call the show we. I'm all right. We didn't expect. If everything would have gone as planned, Patti would have been in here and ready to go in plenty of time. But again, you know how schedules can the easiest way for a schedule to get mixed up is when you're depending on somebody else to do something by a certain time. And I think there was some miscommunication. Some wires got crossed a little bit. And so that didn't happen. And so it is what it is, but I'm okay. I'm not going to die. Well, I'm going to die eventually. Everybody's going to die eventually, but I'd be surprised if I died right now or before Patti gets in here. So Mud Pie says I need a hot toddy. I don't know. Maybe I do. I'm not sure if Rain Country is suggesting I need an ice cream cone or not, but that would be good too. So give me a second. Let me pop this chat out here. And so, if y'all want to, if y'all got any questions, we could do some Q&A while we're waiting on Patti. I will tell you this, although I hate to, because it may be something that she's got on her list, but hopefully I feel a lot better by in the morning, because we've got to go pick up some pork. We've had our pastured pork at the processor now for a few weeks, and they had some things they needed to smoke and stuff like that. So give me a second. I'll scroll back up and see if I'm missing anything. Yeah, I feel like a petri dish. That's funny. Alrighty, let's see. I'll be there soon enough. Mother of many horses tell me I need to be in bed. I'll be all right. I mean, I haven't done anything. I've been really taking it easy, and I did have to step out and confer with Corey for a moment on processing the turkey. Well, we haven't done that yet with our. Today was the first day, and they did it without me. I was sad about that. I did help out and give Corey some direction on how to dispatch the turkey to bleed it out properly, so it will be the least amount of trauma for the turkey. And I'm curious to see how the chicken plucker went with the turkey. Because I don't think we've done that before. And normally, when you've got chickens and you put two of them in there, they somehow play off each other to help the chicken plucker do what it does. And so, just having one turkey in there, I'm curious to see how that turned out. Let's see. Any questions? Somebody get. I've been eating garlic. I don't know what ACV is. Walk it off. Yeah, that's right. I mean, what did the old timers do? Pound me out a paratrooper. They didn't have time to be sick, right? They just had to walk it off. That's right. That's funny. I don't know what ACV is. Hey, Deep South. For those of you just checking in, you saw the title was Alderman Farms Live with Patti. Well, it's going to be as soon as she finishes up outside processing a couple of chickens and a turkey. And in the meantime, it's Alderman Farms semi-live with Tommy, because I'm running about 100 fever, and I'm a ninny when it comes to fever. I'm not very fever tolerant, and if my fever gets over, if I get to 101 or 102, I'm unconscious. I mean, it's not that I choose that. It's just my body just doesn't handle fever very well. And but it's just under 100 right now, so I'm good, and I'm holding. Oh, apple cider vinegar, yeah. Well, I've also been hitting our tonic, our fire cider. What do you call it? The master tonic that we made with an apple cider vinegar base in it. I think, right? Doesn't the fire tonic, the master tonic, have a what you call it? Apple cider vinegar base in it? I think it does. And so I've been hitting that, hoping it'll burn it out of me. I'm guessing it's helping. And I'm happy to report that our internet crashed today, but it did it at about 3:30. So I'm hoping it's usually no more than once a day, when it don't happen every day. And the phone company tells me they think I've got a problem with my modem. And I have purchased a more high-powered modem, not modem, router. I've purchased a more high-powered router that will allow more connections to the router, and but having trouble getting it set up. So I'm hoping in the near future, they said they'd come out and help me get it going. So maybe we can solve our internet crash thing that has killed a couple of our, or not killed our shows, but temporarily killed them a couple times. Let's see here. I don't know what bone set tea is, or is that a French pronunciation? Bonse, bonesse. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Deep South. I know the horseradish is coming. We just haven't. I don't know. Patti may know. Yeah, Faye, I'm with you. I feel like when mine gets to 99, I know I'm sick. And the further it goes over 99, the worse I feel. And 101, I'm ready to go to bed. And 102, I'm out wherever I'm at. If I'm sitting up somewhere, I'm going to be unconscious. I see some movement on the deck out there, so I'm sure they must be closing it down. They're probably going to have to get cleaned up a little bit. Bone set tea. Okay, I don't know what that is. If you can give me the link to whatever that might be, I'm curious about that. Patti just came in. Say, hey, Patti. Oh,
hey, everybody.
Is that your blood or chicken's blood? Oh, that's your blood. She came in waving a bloody finger at me, and you shouldn't be getting in a hurry out there. She's laughing.
My hand actually slipped. I was pulling something out.
Oh. She was in the process of evisceration and kind of lost her grip on something and came back against the knife blade. But I think she's all right. We don't have to call a timeout and go get stitches, right? Well, you didn't answer me as quickly as I thought.
It's deep. It's to the bone.
Is it to the bone?
I think so.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll make a determination on that in a minute. Huh?
I don't think I need stitches.
Are you ready for me to hand it off to you? No, you need to
No,
go.
I'm not. Hey, everybody.
Hey. All right, let me see. No, you just need to get some of them little butterfly Band-Aids, I think.
Right on my knuckle.
Right on her knuckle. Doggone
Oh, I
it.
hope I didn't make anybody gross. Sorry.
No, I don't think you showed it too close.
Okay,
All
I'll be right back.
Take your time. Take your time. I told him I felt pretty sure 75% chance or better I was not going to die on camera. So,
Oh, yeah.
all right. Let's see. All right, Wheat Tree's providing some information about this bone set tea, an antipyretic to reduce fevers. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Excuse me, Tommy. Let me interrupt
Yeah.
for just a minute.
Okay, there's a link. Thank you, Wheat Tree.
Just when I get back, we had a heck of a time trying to do the turkeys in the plucker. It kept getting stuck, and then it got clogged up. I don't know if, I mean, they're like 7 months old, so I don't know if we should have trimmed their feathers, or I don't know, but it was crazy.
Really? When you say clogged up, what do you mean?
It stopped. It wouldn't swirl around and around.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Anyway, so maybe they can, if anybody has any, tell them what kind of plucker and stuff in case anybody's familiar.
But I think we've already talked about the plucker. But all right, we'll figure that out. Let's see. Doggone it, Deep South. I was going to ask Patti when it's time to harvest that horseradish, but you may know. So you can tell me when it's time. But I promise you, we have not forgotten, and your horseradish is coming whenever it's time to do that. Let's see what we got here. Now, mud pie. It was a little tiny. It's deep, but it was. But it's a small cut, so she's gonna be fine. The most aggravating thing about it is it's right on her knuckle, but I don't remember which knuckle it was now. Was it her pinky finger? Might have been her pinky finger. She'd be all right. I promise you. I won't. If she needs to go, I'll bring her, or Corey will. Somebody will. Yeah, it wasn't too much. Let's see. I'm not sure. Lee Brown is asking a question about kombucha tea. It isn't fizzy. Only done one batch. Will it get more fizz as you make more? Also, I've seen in other videos that it gets a lighter color. I don't know. I guess it depends on what your base is. Norma is getting an error message. Anybody else? Looks like nobody else is getting an error message, so I'm not sure what that's about. I can't help you on the kombucha. That's just like about everything else. That's Patti's department. Somebody else can. All right, there we go. Faye is chiming in. It's had the same problem. Let's see. Yeah, do that, Lee. Let us know how that comes out. They are, Mr. Rain. Knuckle cuts are indeed irritating. Come on, y'all, help me out. Ask some. I don't know why I'm telling you to ask me questions. I don't know any answers. I don't know too many. But you know how this works. I am so praying and hoping that I'll be well by tomorrow. I started feeling a little weird Wednesday, and Thursday morning woke up with this. And here it is Sunday. Didn't get to make it to church this morning. Woke up with fever, which is odd, to have fever in the morning, because it's usually like it kicks in later in the day and in the evening. But because I took off vacation from my real job this whole week to get some stuff done around here. We got I need to go pick up the pork all the way up in Atala, and and get to drive Patti's new car. We've been married since 1986, and Patti got her first brand new car this week since we've been married. She's only had two new cars in her life. She got a new car before we got married when she was younger. She's still young and just as pretty as ever. But I'm sure she wants to tell you all about her new car. We wanted to find her new vehicle. We wanted to find something that could be serviceable to help her go into the farmers markets, which she has the Thanksgiving farmers market this coming Tuesday. I'm sure she's going to want to tell you about that. So I'll let her and not rob her of content, and I'll just sit here and struggle and make sure she's got plenty to talk about, and I'll just sit here and stare at the camera. But anyway, so I took off the whole week. Our company holidays are Thanksgiving and the next day, that Thursday and Friday of next week. But we got to go get that pork. We want to get it yet tomorrow, so Patti can bring some of it to the farmers market. And then I had planned on spending a good bit of the week cutting up the wood from that huge white oak tree that we finished cutting down last week or whenever that was, and we did that. And went and bought a new bar for my chainsaw, bought a 20-inch bar. I had an 18-inch on it and wanted to get a little bit more reach. It's a Husqvarna Rancher 455, and it will accept a 20-inch. So I bought that. I'm anxious to get that on and go give that a try. And so I'm really, really hoping and praying that the Lord will be merciful to me and get this out of me. I feel almost a little clammy right now, like maybe the fever's fixing to break. I'm really hoping for that, so that we can have a productive week. Because I'm sure most of you know, Danny, I want to know what y'all experience over there. But it's cold here. Not as cold as some of our northern friends, but it's gotten cold enough for us to be enjoying our wood burning stove. And so we don't run the central heating system in our house, and so we've got one, but we just don't run it. We prefer the heat from a wood burning stove, and so I got to get some more wood. I got a pretty good supply of good seasoned wood from last year, but I got to get that supply for later on this year and next year going. Let's see. Thanks, Rain. This is not my first day. Hey, let's see. All right. Yeah, we have Patti clean the wound if she can handle it. Water, then peroxide. Oh, trust me, she can handle it. She's way tougher than I am. I'm the ninny in the family when it comes to low pain tolerance. And Wheat Tree says if you can handle it, clean your wound and put some peroxide on it. And I just laughed. I said, I'm the one that can't handle the pain. Where's that at? Bob Homestead said it's snowing where he is. Where's that at? Let's see here. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. A balmy 35 in southern New England. Wow. Faye got down to 30 degrees this morning. I don't know what our low was.
It was 34 when I got up.
It was 34 when Patti got up this morning. I slept in. You slept in? What time did you wake up? 5? She slept in and woke up at 6, and it was 34. Let's see. Golly, Miss Steen got 7 inches of snow last night. Where's that? Okay, Bob is in New York with snow. Appreciate that, Wheat Tree. If you hadn't subscribed, we'd appreciate if you would give us a subscription. Patti's coming in, so I'm getting ready to get up and move.
No, you got.
Oh yeah, no, I'm tired of talking.
I'm
gonna go sit down and monitor the chat. This is fixing to be your show, dear. You want to open does your iPad have a charge?
Oh, I don't know.
Does it last any longer? I don't know. Here, you sit down. Let me go. I'll give you my iPad, okay?
Okay.
Here's Patti.
Hey everybody. Oh, it's been quite a few days. Not how those days go. You plan and God orders your steps. I was praying today, Lord, please help me to be patient. Please help me not to be stressed out. Thank God we have most of the chickens dealt with and delivered to everybody, but we had waited to do our Thanksgiving turkeys. I guess Tommy's already told you that, and some chickens. Oh, my hair looks a mess. Y'all can't tell how dirty it is, can you?
I tried to not rob you of your content. So I mentioned your car, but didn't tell them anything about it.
Oh, yeah.
I mentioned that your schedule got mixed up today through no fault of your own, but I didn't.
Lord, please help me to
Nope, let me shut that down for you.
But yeah, it's been a crazy week. You know, I keep my mom, and she's been teetering back and forth with an infection and all that. But I did check off and go to Jackson, and Tommy stayed around and took care of Mama and went to my grandson's little play. I missed it, but I got to have lunch with him. So had Mama not feeling good that morning. So anyway, I've been shopping for a long time. Hey everybody, I got it wrapped up in a paper towel. I did the peroxide, like wheat trees. Want to tell me that, Tommy?
Yeah,
like wheat tree.
Put honey on it.
Oh yeah, because I was worried, because it kind of feels like it went down to the bone, because I was pulling, I'm putting my hands up here, you can see, I was pulling real hard on something, I don't know, something to do with the turkey, and that turkey, they're so tough. We'll try turkeys one more time, but if they're this hard again, we won't do turkeys anymore. Anyway, I was just pulling real hard, and it broke loose or whatever, and my hand went down to the table, and of course the knife blade was pointing towards me, and right on that knuckle. You know, it's like right on the knuckle right there, crossways, and I hit bone. The skin doesn't hurt, the bone hurts. I almost look like it's a little bruised. But anyway, so hey Faye. Anyway, but I'm a shopper. Well, not like most women shoppers. I don't like to go clothes shopping and stuff like that. But when I make a purchase, I shop. And I've had a Escape for a long time, a Ford Escape. I think I figured it was, well, that's not a long time. It's really just 3 years. But anyway, it's really inconvenient going to the farmer's market and stuff like that. It's hard to load and unload and everything with my tables and everything. And so I had been looking at the ProMaster van. That's a Ram ProMaster and the Ford Transit van. And I really like the way the ProMaster looks opposed to the Transit. So anyway, I knew what the prices were and everything, and I come across one in Jackson, which is just like an hour from us. And I went, and the price of this new ProMaster was the same price as used ones that would have had 30,000 miles on it. And so I went, and it's a long story, but anyway, I got it. So it's black. I would have preferred another color, but you know, I try not to be too picky with that. I wanted to have a second row of seats because we do keep the grandson, and it is going to be my primary vehicle and everything. So anyway, so that was a really cool thing. I'm excited about that. But Tommy took sick. He had to work Tuesday, is why he didn't get to go to Jackson with us. And he Wednesday evening he started feeling bad, and Thursday he woke up really sick. Well, we had made plans to do the chickens and to finish up all the meat chickens and process our turkeys, get our roosters that we have, the Bielefelder and the Delaware and everything. And so no big deal. You know, the grandson was sick with the croup the week before when he was here, so we knew that it was the way it has done in the throat a lot and everything. We knew that's what was going on. And I've had the same thing as Tommy, except I have been not near as bad as Tommy. So you know, we didn't change our plans and everything. Well, the weather, Friday night, Tommy's still sick. So I text our son Corey. He's our right arm. I don't know what we'd do without Corey. But anyway, I text him. He was still at school, and I said, "Your dad's sick, and we really need to do chickens in the morning. Can you help me?" And he said, "Sure." He's always willing. He never says no. He always helps us. But anyway, I woke up, and the wind was blowing so hard, and you know, that's the coldest it has been here, and it wasn't in the 30s yesterday morning. I don't remember how cold it was, but it just felt like, and I know a lot of y'all up north are going to laugh, but it just felt so cold, and that wind was blowing so much, there's no way we could have even kept the burner lit. It was blowing, it was 17 miles an hour, I think, and that's not a lot compared to some places I know, but to be working outside and using that burner, there's no way I could have done it. So anyway, I said no big deal. You know, we're gonna wait till I'll wait. Well, Tommy had the idea to wait and do it after church Sunday. I said, well, that's a good idea. That way the sun will be up bright and it'll be a little warmer. It'll still be cool enough because I think the high today was only 62, something like that. But the wind was only supposed to be like 5 miles an hour. So, you know, I figured that would work out great.
We wants to know if we have to get commercial insurance on it because of the kind of vehicle.
That I know of. I don't have commercial insurance on my car. Tommy said that Weetree had asked if we had to get commercial insurance. But we did, yeah, we financed a little bit of the car, and so it did affect the interest rate. I would have gotten 3.9 had it just been, but they said it had to be done for commercial, so I got 5.9. But I don't plan on having that loan very long. So anyway, so it's a simple interest loan, so we can pay it off whenever. But anyway, now Tommy, what was I saying? I done forgot. Well, dead airspace. Let's see. Tommy, I can't really remember.
You're talking about the wind blowing 17 miles an hour.
Oh, anyway, so yeah, Tommy had the idea to wait, and I thought, well, yeah, because he felt better Saturday morning. Not well, but he felt better, and so I thought, well, yeah, he'll be able to help too. And Corey said he could help Sunday afternoon, and so that was the plan. Well, I tell you, it's been kind of chaotic when I think about it. I was supposed to meet a friend that was bringing me some sourdough starter from another friend because I waited too late to start my starter for the farmer's market. Yeah, I know y'all are going to fuss at me because I should have known better. But it's been really cool in the house. We've just only had 2 fires, and so we have had cooler weather. So my starter did not sour, you know, get that beer smell like that's normal sourdough. And so my friend in Louisiana got hers out and started feeding it. And so anyway, so I'm gonna have some. I've got to go pick that up tonight. But I thought I was gonna meet her this afternoon, and so we put off doing the turkeys and the chickens. And as the day went on and everything, we decided, well, I don't really have time to do a lot, but I at least wanted to get the 2 turkeys for Thanksgiving because I like to give them the ice bath for a while. So anyway, it's just been kind of crazy. I'm glad Corey's home. He's home all week, so he can help out around here. He just did the outside chores for me and cleaned up all of our mess. So anyway, he is a great help. So
He ought to come sit down with you.
yeah, he ought to come sit down with me and do the show. Come on, Corey. Yeah, because you've got some news that you need to share with the people.
What?
Anyway, about what he's doing after school. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm looking back through here. Okay. Weetree said I need to re-clean my wound with peroxide before I do the honey. Okay, I'll do that. I saw somebody else said something on here I was going to comment on, but oh, somebody said it's cool looking car. Oh, that's what somebody had said. The logo will look really good on the car with it being black, and that's what I thought about too. That made me feel a little bit better about having a black car because I thought that would look so good. What, baby?
That was me.
Oh, that was you. Oh, Tommy said that. So, okay. Oh yeah. Now Corey's wanting to drive the car. I need dog food, so he said he'll go get dog food if he can drive my car. So, anyway, but but yeah, Weetree said life happens. Yeah, it's just something. Just the way it goes. But anyway, I'm excited. I have a new video that Tommy will be getting out pretty soon. I did it today. I made vegetable soup in the Instant Pot, and I think I'm going to do a little video just talking about the Instant Pot and, you know, about it saving time, not saving time. Some stuff it does save time on, some stuff it really don't. But it saves you standing over something cooking. So anyway, I think excuse me. Corey. Excuse me, y'all. Give me a cough drop by the side of my bed, please. And I may sound worse than Tommy, but I really don't feel bad, but I'm getting a tickling in my throat. So I'm sorry about that.
You got some water?
Mm-hmm.
Who's coming for Thanksgiving?
Who's coming for Thanksgiving? This is going to be the smallest Thanksgiving that we've been out at in a long time. You know, I have my mom here. And so we can't really travel. I'm sorry, y'all. We can't really travel right now. She's just not. She could go, but I know it would set her back so much, and so I just don't want to do that to her. I know it would just be hard on her when we come back home. Anyway, so we're going to stay here, and my two sisters live in Louisiana, so they're going to each have Thanksgiving with their family, each one of them. One sister has 2 kids, the other sister has 3 kids, and for whatever reasons, their kids can't come here because of their in-laws and stuff like that. So they're going to stay in Louisiana and have Thanksgiving. We are planning a big Christmas here. So it's just going to be my kids minus Cameron. He's in Oregon, which he'll be home for Christmas. And so my 2 daughters and my daughter and her husband and my grandson and my other daughter that's at school, and of course Corey will be here. I'm sorry, I'm struggling, y'all.
Aren't we a pair?
Yeah, Tommy says, aren't we a pair? So anyway, I guess it's just all the talking that's getting to me. Hilltown said, what's an Instant Pot? An Instant Pot is a electric pressure cooker. I grew up cooking around a pressure pot on the stove kind, and I use it. I still use it all the time. I don't use it as much because I bought the electric one. The main difference with the electric one is that you can you get it going, and then you can walk away. You don't have to stand over it like the one on the stove. Tommy, I'm gonna need you to come back.
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. And Bob said, are you getting sick? I'm actually getting over it. I'm further, I mean, I've had everything as Tommy's had it. I just have got a tickling going on right now, so I haven't felt as bad as Tommy. Y'all, excuse me.
Hey, aren't we a pair? It's like y'all are watching General Hospital or something, or Marcus Welby, MD, or something. I know you're probably thinking how irresponsible we are that we're doing a YouTube show when we should both be in a nursing home or something. It's not that bad. And Patty's really, she's over her sickness. She's just got a frog in her throat or something like that. But there'll be we'll put a link to the Instant Pot on Amazon, the one that Patti has, the one that she bought. And so you can go check it out and check out the reviews there and all. It is an affiliate link, so if you choose to, if you buy it or something there, following that link, we'll get a little piece of it. But have no fear, the way those, pretty cool how Amazon affiliates work. You don't pay any more than you would if you just bought it through a normal. I mean, it is a normal Amazon link, but it has a little code in it. My point is, Amazon actually, they actually cough up the piece that the affiliates like us get. It comes out of Amazon's cut. It doesn't. They don't tag anything extra on there for any cost to you. But Patti loves the Instant Pot, and like she said, I think I heard her say, in most cases it saves time. Not in every case, but the thing it does do is, in contrast to a traditional pressure cooker, is that you can set it and walk away. You don't have to sit there and monitor it. It's all automated. Are you ready?
I guess. I don't know.
All right, tag. You're in. Tag. All right.
But anyway, yeah, I have enjoyed my Instant Pot. In fact, I was looking up a recipe. I don't know if I'll get a chance to try it. I may do it for Thanksgiving. To do cheesecake in it, because you can actually put pans inside of your pot, little pans and everything. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's see. Edward said he's thinking of getting one. How would you rate it? Explain a little bit more, Edward. I'm not quite sure exactly what you're talking about. I mean, as compared to the one on the stove, I think it's. I think it's worth it. I think it's far better. Yeah, Tommy said maybe you just mean is it worth it? Oh, definitely it's worth it. I really like it. It's an investment, but you know it can work as a slow cooker. It can work, you know, as the pressure pot. I see that they're advertising. I think it's the power pressure cooker for canning, and I did a lot of research on it because I thought, oh, if I can can it, that would be wonderful to be able to can in that. But from everything I'm seeing, that you know, here for me, like green beans and squash, that's supposed to be 10 pounds of pressure. From what my reading on it, with the electric pressure cookers, that fluctuates up and down, and so I would not feel safe canning in it. Also, I did a lot of research on which one to get. My main thing, I wanted a stainless steel pot that goes on the inside of it, and that the Instant Pot has that, and it's a little more pricey. I wanted to have a yogurt setting. You can actually do yogurt in it. It has that, and honestly, I have not used any of the pre-set functions. There's a great Facebook group. If you search Instant Pot, it'll come up. But that they put recipes up there all the time. I've converted my jambalaya recipe. Have you put that video up yet, Tommy?
Which one?
Jambalaya.
I think so.
I've done my jambalaya recipe converted to the Instant Pot. It's very good. Red beans and rice is just so fast and so easy. I mean, rice is 3 minutes in the Instant Pot. 3 or 4 minutes. I think it's 3. Now, that really takes longer than that because it's got to build up the pressure. And with the rice, I think it's the, if Jana's on here, she can pipe up and say, but it's a natural pressure release, which means you don't let the steam out. You just let it sit there so it continues to cook. But the red beans and rice is amazing. They were just so good. And I did not film that one. I need to make them again where I can film it because it really was good. Let's see. Yeah, Weetree, I don't want to relapse. I hope I'm not. I think I really don't feel bad. Yeah, Brenda said feathers in my windpipe. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was terrible with those turkey feathers in the plucker. I mean, we had to manually. Corey's tall and long and lanky like I am, and he had to stick his arm all the way up in there to pull feathers out. That it was just totally jammed up. And you know, that's our first time working the plucker. Tommy usually does that, so maybe we did something wrong. But I mean, we put the turkey in and squirted water. I mean, you know, I don't know. That's what Tommy does. So anyway, I'm curious to see him do it if when we get some more.
Does the pressure cooker come with recipes?
The pressure cooker did come with recipes, but I guess I'm a plain type cooker person. It had different type stuff, but there is a chart in the book that tells you, how long to do poultry, how long to do beef, and stuff like that. And so, you've got a good gauge with that. So that's what I did. And like with my soup, I went by what I normally do when I make stew meat in the pressure pot on the stove. I usually pressure that 20 to 30 minutes. I've browned it and I've added water and my onion and all that kind of stuff. So for my soup, I had a lot more water in it to make soup, obviously, and I didn't brown my meat. I don't brown my meat for soup. But anyway, I cooked it for 20 minutes in the pressure cooker, the electric pot, and then I opened it. I let the pressure out. I flipped the little thing to let the steam go out. And then I opened it, I added my potatoes, and I added my carrots, and I added my onions. And I put the lid back on. I did another pressure for 4 minutes. And then my potatoes and carrots were done. And so then I added just my mixed vegetables that I had in the freezer, just like when I'd have a spoon or two left of something, I'd stick it in the freezer in a bag. And so I added that to it, and I didn't cook that because that was already cooked. And so my soup was ready. So, and honestly, that soup, I would have cooked it probably 3 to 4 hours, because it would have taken on the stove, not in a pressure pot on the stove, but just in a regular pot. And it took, I looked at the time, and it was 10:30 when I started it, and I was done at 12:30. And I could have been done a little bit sooner probably, because I let time slip up on me. I didn't have my carrots and my potatoes peeled when it was time to put them in, so I had to wait a few minutes. So really, like in an hour and a half, I had my soup ready. So anyway, just looking through the comments, I had scrolled up, so they.
Do you know if that's the same pot that Linda's Pantry uses?
You know, I'm not positive. I kind of think it is, but I'm not positive. Okay, Faye says that she used hers for the first time today. She made chili. That's one thing with chili or with spaghetti gravy. I like to cook that in a black pot. I like to cook it a long time, 4, 5, 6 hours, just barely simmering on the stove. With the pressure cooker, you put and it has a saute mode, so you don't have to cook something like how the slow cookers are. Like if you wanted to brown your meat, you'd have to do that on the stove and then put it in the slow cooker. It's not that way with the Instant Pot. There's a saute function on the Instant Pot. I'm not sure about the other brands. But anyway, so you can put your oil, you can brown your meat or whatever, and I may, you just dirty one pot. But I did my spaghetti and everything like I normally do. Put my sauces and all in there. I pressured it for 10 minutes, and I'm not kidding you, it tasted like I had cooked it for hours like I normally do. I did the same thing with my chili, and it was perfect. So that is a huge time saver right there. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, Tommy said, "Are you okay?" I'm trying to look at the comments. It's hard to do that. Oh, Faye says her chili turned out great. And she has a couple of pressure cooker cookbooks. Yeah, they have lots of stuff there, and there's tons of stuff on the internet. That cheesecake that I'm going to try, I've got it off of the Instant Pot Facebook page. So. Suburban Hillbilly, you won't regret it if you get one. I'm thinking that they may go on sale. I was thinking of maybe getting the girls one and maybe even my oldest son one for Christmas, because it would just be so much quicker for them. They all cook, so which I'm glad of that. So.
Faye has listed a couple of our favorite pressure cooker cookbooks.
Oh, okay, good.
Look them up.
Yeah, I'll be sure to look up those cookbooks. We're going to look them up too, because I would like to get some cookbooks, just some normal, That's what I told Tommy one day. I said, I want to make a cookbook that's, what did we say? I was going to call it? Normal cooking or something like that. Not any fancy stuff, not with different spices and stuff like that. Just really down-home cooking.
What normal people eat.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, what normal people eat or something like that. I don't know. I don't mind. I like different types of foods and everything, but I guess we just eat what we eat. One thing I want to tell y'all, I have the farmer's market coming up, and I've been drying peppers. This is some chili peppers that I dried, that I'm going to bring some to sell at the farmer's market. And here's some basil that I dried earlier in the year. I packaged them. These are just little Ziploc bags. They're called snack bags. I get them at Walmart. But the freeze, it froze last night, and it surprised me. It wasn't a hard freeze, but there was frost. And so I didn't pick everything. I did pick my peppers, everything that was ripe, but I have some green chilies that I went out there, and I went out there this evening, and I picked these green chili peppers. So I'm not sure if I need to dehydrate them to try and sell them, or if I should just sell them like that. Also, these are the Santa Fe Grand peppers that planted. Typically they turn orange and red, but I went ahead and pulled these off because you know, it's going to freeze again tonight, so to sell them at the farmer's market. And then I have a bunch of little baby bell peppers that I picked. So, well, and this is not a bell pepper. Does anybody know what kind of pepper that is? I only had one pepper bush, and y'all remember the cow knocked my tomatoes down on top of peppers, and I just picked up peppers and moved them. And so I don't know what those kind of peppers are. So, but I'm really looking forward to the farmer's market. It's been a while since we've been there. It's the end of July, so our market kind of played out. So I'm excited about that coming up. That's what I got to mix up my sourdough tonight, actually, because I have to bake tomorrow, and then the farmer's market is Tuesday. So anyway, hey, Off Grid Nation. So anyway, I've got to go get my starter, and then I've got to go get busy with making that. So, but I wanted to ask, with the green chili peppers, like I said, I'm kind of a plain person when it comes to cooking. What is y'all's suggestion? Have y'all fooled with chili peppers at all? And do you think maybe I should dry them to sell them, or sell them just as is? So, yeah, they're hot. Let's see. I guess Teresa Dean, you were talking to me about them being hot. I was really surprised because when I made chili, I just made chili last week, and when I made it, I thought, I'm using my own chili powder because I had some dried and everything, so I ground them up and all that, and whew, it was really hot. I'm glad I didn't add any more than I did, because it was very hot chili. Tommy did eat it. He said it was good, but it was on the hot side. So, anyway, but I'm getting excited though. I went ahead and pulled pepper plants up, and I'm going to go ahead and get some mustard greens in the ground. Hopefully they'll come on up and grow through the winter for me. Last year that I was able to pick, they didn't grow real fast in the winter time, but they did grow enough for us to have some fresh eating along the way. So, but oh yeah, no, mine are not sweet. You probably talk about these the Santa Fe Grand. They're not sweet. They are hot. I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping they would be kind of a mild pepper, but they're not too hot. But anyway, so any ideas? What are they talking about? You typing, Tommy? What are they talking about? That's you typing.
I don't know.
Oh. Anyway,
because I'm the one. Off Grid Nation said, "How does Patti type while she's talking next time?"
Anyway, yeah, no, I had tasted one. I didn't think they were hot, and I didn't realize that they would be hot. And you know, does anybody have experience with the peppers? Because I really want a chili pepper that is not hot like that. Because I would like to be able to make all of my own spices and not have to buy them. But I don't know if I should have got a different variety, and I don't remember the exact variety. So, but anyway, let's see. Okay, we just got the notification that Big Family Homestead is in 10 minutes. So, have you already told them about the Homestead Network, Tommy?
No, I haven't.
That we're part of the Homestead Network, and you can go look up the homesteadnetwork.com, Tommy?
Yeah.
.com. He's gonna write it on there. And anyway, they've got a nice lineup of shows all during the week, and anyway, lots of good information out there. I'm sorry, I'm not giving you a lot of information right now. I had thought about something else I want to talk about, but I just went blank. It's kind of hard for me when I'm used to Tommy talking to have have to talk by myself. Oh, and by the way, I am watching our horseradish. I see Teresa's said something about horseradish. That reminds me, I was researching it about when I'm supposed to dig it up, and
Wanda's already mentioned it today.
oh, she has. Wanda has. That's when we're planning our visit, Wanda. As soon as the horseradish is ready, we're coming to see you. But anyway, it's still nice and green and bushy. But what I've read is that you're supposed to wait till after it kind of starts dying back. And also, I was reading, it's interesting that once you dig it up, actually watched a few YouTube videos. But once you peel it and grate it, the longer it sits without you doing anything to it, the hotter it gets. So I thought that was crazy. So we'll have to do that. Bandana grandma about the garlic, or she said she's put garlic around her neck. There was a show, there's a one in a little book that I read about years ago. One little girl had to come to school and she had a poultice around her neck and it was full of garlic, and they talked about how she stunk so bad but their mama thought that would keep her well, so she had to wear it. So anyway, oh, thank you, Faye and Rain. I appreciate that. I'm still struggling a little bit with my voice. I don't know.
Teresa Dean wants to know, how long does it take to grow horseradish and be able to use it?
Well, Teresa asked a question about, I don't know if y'all can hear Tommy or not, so I'm repeating it for if somebody watches the video later. About how long does it take to grow horseradish and be able to use it. I bought, and I remembered this because I was asked about this and I couldn't remember, but I actually bought my start of horseradish. I just ordered one, I don't know what you call it, root, I guess, and I got 2 roots, a nice size one and a small one, and I actually ordered them from Ison's Nursery, or IONS. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, that's where I ordered it from, and I planted it year before last, and it grew, and I could have harvested the roots last year, which I did dig it up a little bit, and then I kind of spread it out because it did produce roots that could be used. From what I saw, some roots are going to be, pencil thin, and then some roots, are going to be what you see more in the store, about this big around, and that's going to be your more mature roots. Anyway, so I could have harvested some last year. This year, I will have a lot more. I'll have enough that I'll be able to share some with Faye. Not Faye. Wanda, sorry. But anyway, I'll be able to share some with her to give her a start. But yeah, Tommy said Faye can have some too. But anyway, I planted it over in the corner of my garden because they say plant it somewhere where it doesn't matter if it spreads. And so, but it's actually spread on the outside. I saw a little sprig on the outside, and that's fine. If it were to cover on the outside and the inside of that corner, that would be fine with me. It's really a nice bush. It wouldn't look bad. I say a bush. The leaves come straight up from the ground. I guess if I would have been prepared to talk about horseradish, I could have showed some pictures. But anyway, it's really pretty. It doesn't look bad at all. And like I said, it's still pretty and green. Bugs did eat it in the spring to a certain extent, and it didn't look great, but then it's come back nice. So anyway, yes, it's in Georgia. That's right. The Isons, it's ISONS. From Suburban Hillbilly. It's in Georgia, and so they really did great. I ordered quite a few plants from them and bushes not plants, but bushes year before last, and I kept waiting and I kept waiting and I kept waiting, and they never came, and I had to call them, and somehow or another I got missed. But I talked to one of the ladies, and it was 2 days later, I had my stuff. She got it to me. So anyway, that kind of stuff happens, and I understand that it does happen. So, but they were really good about taking care of me. Okay, Rain asked, how big do the leaves get? I guess you're talking about on the horseradish, because that's what we're talking about. I'm trying to get in the camera, you know, that long. I mean, you know, they stand up, they come up past my knee, like if I were standing next to it. I'll try and get a picture, where you can have some kind of way to, you know, to look at it, because it's when we show the video of the peppers and everything, it's on there. But I'm just looking at these. I see these. There's pictures down here. Videos. Tommy, what is? This is videos from last time or something?
Yeah, that's videos from last time.
No, I'm looking, and I'm not seeing. It won't show with a horseradish. It's right next to it, but the horseradish isn't in there. So we'll have to get another picture of that.
Yeah.
And where we can show y'all how it is. So anyway, but we've good news about our egg production. It's been.
The leaves are every bit of 24 inches or more.
Yeah. Tommy said he thought the leaves were every bit of 24 inches or more. But we've been having lots and lots of eggs. I've sold some to our customers and everything. But our chef friend that's local in Brookhaven has said that he wants 10 to 15 dozen. Well, I think he wants 15 dozen a week. I think I'm only going to be able to get him 10. So I'm real excited about that, to have an avenue for our eggs. And I'll still be able to get them to our local customers too. So that's just a really good, you know, that's a good thing. And hopefully the Delawares have been laying great. So hopefully they'll continue to lay great. Of course, we were catching turkeys out there with the Delaware, so they may be a little upset tomorrow and maybe not lay so great for me. But anyway, so I'm just really glad about that. Well, now if we could find an avenue for our pork, we'd be in business. So yeah, we were blessed. The other day I went out in the barn and there were three little babies out there. That's been about a week ago, and I was out feeding just 2 days ago, or maybe that was even yesterday, and I look up, and coming around the fence is a whole little herd of babies. And so I went out and counted, and we have 15 more babies. So we had 3. That was 2 when I went out the other day and found them. So we have 3. Well, we've had about 20 babies born in the last 2 weeks again. So anyway, the pork is growing, but we need an avenue for that. So anyway, we're going to have to get on that. Tommy gave me a 2-minute warning. Faye says she thinks she killed her horseradish due to not knowing what I was doing. Well, Faye, you know, mine's planted, like I said, in the corner of my garden, and it is mulched really good around it. I've not watered it or anything. I really haven't done anything to it, and it's done good. So I don't think you killed your horseradish, unless it was just an extremely dry time and it wasn't mulched good. But I really haven't had to do anything with it. I've been very pleased at how easy it is to grow. I'm gonna see. Maybe next year, maybe I'll be able to sell a little bit at the farmer's market. I'll see how that goes. You know, 'cause there's different things that I'm having to introduce, you know, at the farmer's market that, you know, we don't have a lot of people that are interested in organic food. People are just now learning more about their food and where their food comes from, and how they want their food handled and produced. So anyway, I'm just you know, I'm building up my clientele. So hopefully I'll be able to. You know, be able to sell some horseradish. It would be something that's, you know, fairly easy. But one thing I am excited about, I met a man that's from Old Brook Organics, and he's actually growing turmeric and ginger, and so that's something that I've been interested in. So anyway, I was glad to meet him, and anyway, I'm going to learn more about that. But Tommy said it is time to go. And I just want to thank y'all so much. I'm sorry I've kind of had to rattle on. I've been kind of crazy this week, but I always appreciate y'all so very much. And I want to go ahead and do our little scripture that we do every week that says, Oh, well, I don't know how to make it say it, though, on there. But anyway, I'll just tell it to you. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a great night. Y'all go on over and watch some more
Family Homestead.
Big Family Homesteads.